We got a ton of random things to talk about as far as Pokemon Legends ZA goes, like a returning Mega Evolution that is a fan favorite, and I'm kind of hyped that it's going to be in the game. Some things about the Pokedex in Legends ZA, like how many Pokemon are going to be in the game. Some things about the Black and White remakes and the Generation 10 gimmick. It's going to be a fun one. Okay, so the Pokemon that is returning is Blaziken, which kind of makes sense because he has a Mega Evolution, so I'm assuming all of the Generation 3 starters are going to be in the game because they have Mega Evolutions, and I don't think we're going to get every single Mega Evolution because there also was this picture of Mega Rayquaza that everyone was like, oh my gosh, is this a leaked photo? But it wasn't actually real. This is a fake picture. Well, you know, Mega Rayquaza is real, but like this specific picture is fake. As far as we know right now, we're not actually even going to get Mega Rayquaza in the game, but there could be a DLC that maybe can introduce some of the other Mega Evolutions that like aren't going to be in the game, like Latios and Latias. I don't think are going to be in the game, but like I said, could be in a future update, or not even in like a paid DLC type of thing. Like it could just be like a random update that they just send out of nowhere, maybe just give us some cool things, some additional Pokemon that we didn't already have in the game before, just to make things more exciting for the game. Plus, we have the ZA Royale stuff where we could battle online players, which that would be cool to have like an additional set of Pokemon that they release in the future, just so we could have some more fun with the game. Which I've already talked about, like the DLC stuff. You know, there could be a DLC, there's a potential DLC for the game. I mean, it was planned to originally have a DLC according to the Terra leak, which is crazy because the game was actually supposed to be released like beforehand. Like I think it was supposed to be released last year, and then the DLC was supposed to come out sometime this year, which is wild. But you know, who knows? I still think we're gonna get a DLC, like a paid DLC for the game eventually, probably like about 6 months after it's released. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss Pokemon news, leaks, and updates. And if you guys could do me a huge favor and check out my clips channel, Fundores Clips. My goal is to hit 500 subs on that channel. We're pretty close. We're less than 100 subs away, so link to that is going to be in the description down below. All right, let's get back to the rest of the news. Okay, so somebody said, I want to know why they're being so shy revealing more regular returning mons. Is the dex going to be small? I kind of want to see as many mons as possible with this new battle format, which those are some good points right there. You know what I'm saying? I want to see as many Pokemon as I can using these awesome battle animations, bro. It's so sick to see how the animations look in this game. But anyways, Central Leaks responded and said Zygarde is number 250 in the dex, meaning we're probably going to get like roughly like 250-ish Pokemon in the dex. I don't know if this means Zygarde is going to be the last Pokemon in the Pokedex. That's kind of what I'm inferring from this, but that is not the only thing about this because Ball Guy responded and said 230. So is Zygarde going to be 250 or 230? Now, this is not something that really matters because who really cares? There's like 20 different Pokemon, which I would want 20 more Pokemon, but it's not like a huge deal because it's going to be roughly 230 to 250 Pokemon in the game because Legends Arceus had, I think, like 240 something Pokemon in it. So this game is probably going to be roughly about the same size as that. But guys, if there's a Pokemon that you haven't seen in any of the trailers yet, what's a Pokemon you want to see in this game specifically? Because there are so many Pokemon. I mean, guys, we have like over 1,000 Pokemon now. And you know, 250-ish Pokemon in a game, I mean, that's a pretty good amount. Like a quarter of all Pokemon that we have. So that's pretty good in my opinion. I wonder how many Pokemon Generation 10 it's going to have in the Pokedex. Could you imagine if they gave us every single Pokemon in that game because it's just like Generation 10? It'd be kind of like a little letter to like all of the generations of Pokemon that we've had. That would be insane. And I think it's possible because it's probably going to be a Switch 2 exclusive game, although that's not confirmed. The game could totally still be a Switch and a Switch 2 game, but if it is a Switch 2 exclusive, that could mean it's going to be a bigger game. But I don't know, man. 1,000 Pokemon in one game would be insane. I don't know if they would ever give us that special treatment, though. I would absolutely love that, though, because, dude, you could literally shiny hunt every single Pokemon, unless they shiny lock, you know, a good amount of them, which would be unfortunate, but I think that'd be pretty cool. But I could also see why they wouldn't do that, because that would be genuinely insane. But would you guys want to see a Pokemon game with literally every single Pokemon, like all legendaries, all mythicals, everything? Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention this earlier, so the Mega Malamar announcement is going to be on Wednesday, I guess. Sarah B said that it's going to be a special celebration of Malamar, and it's going to appear on the Pokemon socials at 13 UTC on Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. Which 13 UTC is 9 a.m. EST or 6 a.m. PST. So basically the exact same time that they always have, you know, Pokemon Presents or Nintendo Directs. Don't know what the design is going to look like. I'm going to put it on the screen. If you don't want to see a spoiler warning, skip like 20 seconds. You could just like double tap that screen. Anyways, this is what the Mega Malamar is going to look like. I think it looks pretty cool. A lot of people are super hyped about this. I'm actually surprised that so many people are this hyped about Mega Malamar because I swear I've never heard people talk about Malamar before, but I think it's gonna be cool. Malamar is a pretty cool Pokemon. I'm just really curious to see like how it looks in game because I think it's gonna be hype. Bro, every single week a new Mega Evolution. Well, kind of, because this week when they like announced the Malamar like teaser thing, they didn't show a new Mega Evolution, so I guess technically they didn't reveal a new Mega Evolution. And then for this week, when they actually do show the Mega Malamar design, then that's gonna be another one revealed. So I don't really know why they did like the 2-week space out kind of thing. I kind of hope they don't do that again. I want them to do a new one every single week. It's weird that this is on Wednesday though, so I wonder if there's going to be another announcement on Thursday. Could you imagine on Wednesday they drop Mega Malamar and then the next day, literally the very next day on Thursday, they drop another Mega Evolution, like, I don't know, maybe like Scrafty or Scolipede or something like that? That would be sick. 2 days in a row, probably not going to happen, but why the heck are they doing it on a Wednesday? Because they always do things on Thursday. Maybe there's like a Nintendo Direct or something that I don't know about, but shoot, they usually do things on Thursday, so this being on a Wednesday, to me is kind of just a little bit strange, but I'm still hyped to see it. Let me know your thoughts about Mega Malamar. And now with Generation 10 coming out probably next year, like it's most likely coming out 2026, right? Which means we're going to get that special announcement of it, like the huge announcement of it in February of 2026, which is only a couple of months away. I mean, it's already September, so we got October, November, December, and then January and February. Boom. New announcement for the next Pokemon game. Sounds like a long time, but I swear it's gonna fly by, especially since, you know, Legends ZA is gonna be out and we're gonna be able to play that game to fill in those gaps. It's gonna be awesome. But anyways, somebody responded to Central Leaks and said, Centro, do you think that if a Gen 5 remake actually comes out, they could have Megas and introduce new ones similar to Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire? Okay, so if you don't know what Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are, which most of you guys probably do know, but I'm sure some people don't, those are the Generation 3 remakes, which gave us new Mega Evolutions. Like, we were able to use Mega Evolutions, and then they also had new Mega Evolutions in that game, which that game is so good. I finally did the post game on it, the Delta episode. Dude, it's so good. I want another Pokemon remake just like that. That game is just so fun. I started the Delta episode when I beat the game a couple years ago because I actually never played this game when it came out. That was a time of my life where I just wasn't into Pokemon, you know, it was like, you know, too cool for Pokemon, that type of stuff. So I never played it up until a couple of years ago, and then I did the Delta episode, or at least half of the Delta episode, and then I just kind of like got busy with other stuff, with, you know, life going on, and then I forgot where I was, and I was like, bro, where the heck am I at with the Delta episode? If you don't know what the Delta episode, that's just the post game to Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I was like, bro, I couldn't figure out like where my next thing is to, you know, advance in the storyline. So I spent like 2 hours almost figuring out, like retracing all of my steps, and I finally found the spot that I left off on, and then, you know, I finished it, and it was so fun, so cool. Anyway, Central Leaks responded and said, no, because if they release Gen 5 remakes, that'll be during the Gen 10 era, and we will have a different gimmick, which is the Majin then, which I think the Majin is just the code name. It's not actually going to be called Majin. We still don't even entirely know what it's going to be, which is pretty hype. I don't think we're going to know an official announcement of that for a while. Like, I don't think they're going to announce that when they reveal Generation 10. I'm hoping we get to see like something more than just the names when they drop the Gen 10 announcement though in Pokemon Day 2026, because that's going to be super hype, bro. Generation 10, that is wild. And then yeah, Generation 5 remakes would be during that Generation 10 era, because it's already been a couple of years since the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl remakes, and then, you know, give it a couple more years. I think the Generation 5 remakes are probably going to come out like maybe 2029-ish, maybe 2028, could be 2030, but I think it's more like 2028, 2029-ish. And then hopefully this game would be a better remake than Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl were fun, but they needed to like advance the style of the game more. You know what I'm saying? Like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire added so much to the game. So that's what we need from Black and White remakes, and I think it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna get a really good Generation 5 remake. I don't think that they're gonna do the same mistakes with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I may be too optimistic, but I think Generation 5 remakes are gonna be pretty good. Will they be better than the originals though? That's the question. I have no idea, because a lot of people think that, you know, most of the remakes are better than the original games, which who knows, maybe that could be the case this time. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see like how those games look. But I'm gonna say this for another video, because I think I could talk for like an hour about the Generation 5 remakes, the Generation 10 gimmick, because Bro, I'm hyped for Gen 5 remakes and Generation 10. Like, seriously, so hyped. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before we get to the rest of the video, I'm doing a giveaway with Nintendo for two $25 Nintendo eShop gift cards. So all you have to do to enter the giveaway is join our Discord, which the link is in the description down below. Subscribe to both of our channels with the post notifications turned on. Take a screenshot and post it in the giveaway entry channel in the Discord. It is completely free to do. We are going to announce the winners when Nintendo hits 15K, when I hit 30K, or when Legends ZA is officially released, whichever comes first. All right, back to the rest of the video. And if you are real and watching this far in the video, comment down below sand, the word sand, to confuse those people that aren't watching this far in the video and to show me that you're real one. But anyways, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel to help reach my goal of 30,000 subscribers. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day. Peace.